Hello, everybody. My name is Coach Maddie, and I am your favorite weight loss coach and expert. Today, I want to talk about a little situation I had with one of our fit queens yesterday regarding her weight loss journey. So basically, we were on our call, and she was talking about how she felt uninspired and complacent. And because she felt those things, she wasn't really moved to do anything. She wasn't moved to make the right decision. She wasn't moved to be strong and have willpower or even, get out of bed. She wasn't extra excited. And so I asked her, I said, "What's your goal?" And she didn't have an answer. She had been on this journey for so long and she's been working for so long that she just was working. That she was just putting in the habits. She was just doing what she was doing. And she kind of didn't have this end goal. And so the means didn't justify the ends. The means didn't justify putting in all this work. Or the ends didn't justify putting all this work in because she couldn't see an end. And if you can't see an end, then why would you want to continue doing what you're doing? And so as Fit Queens, one of the biggest things that I preach is doing for the sake of doing. You need to be waking up and being healthy and being the best version of you just because that's who you are. Because you do the things that nobody else wants to do. You do the things for the sake of doing the things, not for the reward doing those things will bring you. However, because life and this journey can be exhausting and full of ups and downs, you do need to have goals. Now, I think goals, it's an overused word. I don't think we really understand what that means. So I like to change that word into vision. You need to have a vision for your marriage, a vision for your career, a vision for your relationship with your children, and of course, a vision for your health. And then, of course, you can go a vision for what your overall life looks like. And I think this is such an important distinction because if I said, "What's your goal?" I want to lose 5 pounds this month. Right? Great goal. It's measurable. It's realistic, but it's not really inspiring. Right? And you'll hear people say, sit down and think about your 1-year goal, your 3-year goal, your 5-year goal, and your 10-year goal. Right? And that's a great piece of advice, but what the heck? Where do I start? I don't even, I'm living day to day. I'm just surviving on getting what I need to get done today. I have no idea what 10 years is supposed to look like. And so switch the word goal with vision. And I want you to just take who you are now and I want you to plop it in your dream scenario 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 1 year from now, 1 month from now. You need to be future pacing yourself. If you are not future pacing yourself, your present effort and endeavors will seem pointless. And then you are just uninspired to get healthy. You're uninspired to fix your marriage. You're uninspired to work at a relationship with your kids, to progress in your career, to change careers, to anything. If you don't see the bigger picture, if you don't see the beautiful painting that you're working on right now instead of just the one day that you're working on, well, then you're going to run out of steam very quickly. And if you are somebody who runs out of steam, who's hot and cold, all in or all out, this is important for you. What that shows me as a coach over the years is that you're most likely lacking vision. That's what I lacked for sure. When I was struggling with my weight loss, I was just trying to get through the week, right? I want to drop weight today. I want to drop weight this week. I wasn't thinking about where I want to be in 6 months or 1 year or 5 years. And fast forward years, now I'm down 80 pounds. And that was only possible because I had a vision of what my life looked like. I wanted to be the person that woke up early and got a workout in. I wanted to be the person that had healthy habits, that said no to things, that was able to set healthy boundaries, that health was super automatic and a pillar in my life. That is what I envisioned. And then once I have this grand vision of where I'm going, well, then it's much easier to see and understand why I'm doing what I'm doing today. And I don't feel discouraged. And it doesn't seem like extra work. It just seems like a little bit of work because my vision is worth it. And I can guarantee you, if you just have goals and you don't have this vision and this fantasy made up in your head, you're going to peter out very quickly. And just like that fit queen I was talking to the other day, you're going to lose inspiration. And we don't want to lose inspiration because guess what? You don't get to take a break from being healthy. You don't get to say, oh, I'm on vacation, I'm going to pause being healthy. Oh, it's the holidays, I'm going to start when the holidays are over. You do not get to pause being healthy. Being healthy is a forever goal. It is something you should always aspire to be, and therefore you don't get breaks from it. You don't get to pause it. You don't get to restart it. It is a continuous flow. Now, being healthy will look different based on the phases of your life. Sometimes your bare minimums will be lower than others. Sometimes you'll have to drop your standards based on what you're capable of in the moment. But you should always be intentionally trying to be healthy. You should never be pausing anything. And the great way to help that is to realize that your vision is coming. Your vision is coming to fruition. It is there. It is waiting for you. You cannot slow down. Every day you don't follow through, every day you don't do what you said you were going to do, you are prolonging reaching that vision. And when you're making this vision, go wild. Go wild. Let your imagination run wild. Where do you want to be? Do you want a six-pack? Do you want toned arms for once? Do you want a bigger bum? A flatter stomach? Do you want these things? Because you can have them. Go big or go home. And that's how visions work. That's how, if you're struggling to stay motivated and inspired and you just feel uninterested sometimes, make your vision unbelievable. Like literally unbelievable. Like you don't even believe that that could be your life. But dream it. If you can imagine it, guess what? You can 1000% achieve it. If you can imagine just for a split second that you've got a nice, flat, tight tummy, you can get there. I don't care if you've had 10 kids, you're in menopause, you got stretch marks and flab. I don't care. If you can imagine it, you can totally do it. It's just a matter of how big and grandiose is your vision going to be. Because that will be the very thing, the very pool that you pull from when you need it most. And so that's what we sat down and did with this client, right? What is your vision? Where do you want to be 5 years from now, right? What is the type of healthy person you want to be? You know, what habits come easy to you? What habits have you broke? How do you speak to yourself? How does your family treat you in relationship to your health? All this stuff. Where do you want to be? Because if you're drowning in just getting your to-do list done, if you're drowning in just getting by day to day, week to week, then I promise you it's not going to be exciting and you're not going to want to do it. And if you're just setting goals, but you haven't really been hitting them, but every week, every month or every week, you kind of reset the same goal. Well, this is the time. This is the time. I'm really going to do it this time. Just stop. Just stop. Pause and place yourself in the ideal world 5 years from now. A lot can happen in 5 years. Add 5 years to your age right now. You're still not that old. You're still not that old. It's not that far away, but a lot can happen in that time. Don't sell yourself short by only focusing on goals. Build a vision for your life that is so grand. Every time you think about it, you smile, but you also get nervous because it seems so unattainable. Smile and get nervous. That means it's big enough and worth it. And that way you will always have some type of fuel in your back pocket to push through the hard days, because the hard days are always going to be there. They'll come and go. And you're not going to be inspired all the time, and your vision might not be the thing that gets you up off the couch every day, but it will be the thing that does when you need it most. And if you keep doing a little bit when you need it most, if you keep doing a little bit even when it's hard, it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds, and over time, guess what? 5 years from now, imagine where you can be. Imagine where you could be 5 years from now if you just said no 10 extra times to not overeating this year. Just 10. That's less than 1 a month. Imagine where your body could be if you just said yes to 10 extra workouts this year. That's 1 extra month. Imagine where that is, and then multiply that by 5, and look how far you've come. So take your vision seriously. You are painting this beautiful picture. You have a blank canvas of whatever you want your life in all of these areas to look like. Dream big, create your dream life, create your dream circumstances, and the dream version of you, the superwoman version of you. What does she look like? How does she dress? How does she walk? How does she think? Who does she hang out with? What things does she do? What hobbies does she have? Everything. Go deep and start living that life in your head. Start closing your eyes and envisioning it and playing out how she wakes up, what she does when she wakes up. what she does for breakfast, how productive she is at work. What does she do when she gets home from work? Like, play out your day of that future you. It is beautiful and it is so inspiring. Please use this trick. Do it today. Envision, start creating this beautiful, crazy, unbelievable future for yourself and get out of the day to day, because that is definitely uninspiring.